Welcome back, YouTube. Again, I'm your host, Kalora Knight, and today I'm doing a part 1 out of 3 deck profiles. It's gonna be amazing. Well, at least in my eyes, it probably would be. So the two will be featured in the last 2 movies, the last 2 videos of this. So today I'm gonna do my main deck profile, and that's Pale Moon Circus. I'm just giving you guys the update of what it was and how it worked before. And let me hurry and just adjust this piece of shit. But I'm having some issues with this camera lately. I don't know what's wrong with it. But yeah, anyways, let's get on with the deck profile. So my starting vanguard for grade 0s is Hades Ringmaster. When a unit rides on top of him, he can automatically soul charge, so. And by the way, a little, a notice, this deck is consistent of soul charge heavy. So it's heavy soul charging. So, yeah, just a little notice in there. So for heal triggers, I got Candy Clown. I don't care what preference is. There's Popcorn Boy or Nadia, but unfortunately Nadia is not in English right now at the moment, so I'm stuck with Candy Clown. And no, I'm not gonna switch Candy Clown out for a fucking Popcorn Boy, so you guys can go say no to that. Say no to that. So for draw triggers, I got is Rainbow Magician, aka the Gay Magician. What? It makes sense. He's a rainbow type. So yeah, also by the way, I love his effect so much. Like any other perfect magician, when the attack goes through, when he boosted that one unit, he gets a soul charge and 1 card, and when the success through, he goes back in the deck and you can reshuffle it. So that gives you tons of possibilities to draw a critical trigger or a stand trigger or whatever decks you guys players like to use the most. And that's why I love my magicians. They're so freaking beautiful. Yes, I said it very gaily, so don't judge me. So we got 4 copies of Poison Juggler and 4 copies of Dynamite Juggler. So in other words, I got 8 totals of crits. So 8 criticals right in this deck. Like I said, my thought was I was going to switch out Dynamite Juggler for a stand trigger like Sky High Walker. Because when you're using counterblasting, you use up all your counterblasting that you don't have enough for another. So maybe I'll switch them out eventually, but until then, I'll keep my criticals in just in case. Okay, that's it for grade 0s. So for Tamers, for grade 1s, we got the Turquoise Beast Tamer. She's the main girl for grade 1s, I think. This deck is revolving around the Crimson Beast Tamer series, of course. So as long as you have at least if you have 1 Crimson Beast Tamer in his soul, she receives 3,000 power for that turn. So bringing her attack up, so basically she's a 9k beater. Yeah, that's why I chose her out of everybody else. I got 2 copies of Midnight Bunny. You can counterblast 1 and switch her to the soul only if the attack went through. So that's one thing I had learned the hard way. Alright, so the next one I have is 4 copies of Hades Hypnotist, the Pale Moon's Perfect Guard. I did say in my first video I did is that I don't play decks without Perfect Guards, and I don't play decks with 8Ks or 10K vanillas. So don't be so shocked if you don't see any 8Ks or 10K vanillas in this deck. I'm trying out, it's been working out very well lately, and I tend to keep it that way. So for the last of the grade 1s, we have 4 copies of Skull Juggler. Like I said, this is soul charge heavy right here. This is mad heavy right here. So when he's called to the field, or when he's called to Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you can soul charge 1 card out of your deck, the top of your deck. And even though if you get a critical in the soul, you know, you can always improvise. Pale Moons are usually the most trickiest units you can master. Hell, I haven't started using these Pale Moons since my friend gave me my very first Mistress Hurricane. So for grade 2s, I got 4 copies of Crimson Beast Tamer. So her effects applies to Turquoise as well. When she's in the soul, each of the other Turquoises and Crimsons and Manticores get 3,000 attack power during your turn. So as long as you can put her in the soul, and I will tell you a combination about that soon. Starting now on the next act. So, 4 copies of Dancing Princess in the Night Sky. you can counterblast 1 to take a Pale Moon unit grade 2 or less and place into the soul. That's what I'm trying to say about this card. Just so long as you get Crimson in the soul, then everything will go your way perfectly. And that's why I love about this deck so much, because Crimson is my main avatar in this deck. And I fell in love with her for a very while since I saw her first time. So for the last of the grade 3s, I got 3 copies of Big League Bear. You're all probably going to be thinking, why not run Mirror Demon or Barking Cerberus or Nitro Juggler in here? Because, well, honestly, the more cards I get in the soul, the better off I can get a chance to, you know, mess around with it a little more, tweak it a little around. I might take one out just because, you know, it is too much soul charge. These things contain, if you guard with these things, you get 2 soul charges a time. So that's like 2, 4, 6 soul charges in 1 turn if you're lucky, if you have them in your hand. So that might be a huge risk, I don't know, but, you know, it's always good to try out different units. So for grade 3s, we got the main beast, 4 copies of Barking Manticore. He gets 3,000 power so long as Crimson Beast Tamers in the soul, and also when he's called to the Vanguard Circle, you can draw 1 card, and you can place any Pale Moon unit from your hand to soul. So I find that very helpful, and I intend on keeping it the way it used to be. And this camera, for some reason, is being such retarded. Okay, let me just turn it up a little bit. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, he's a 13k beater on his own. So, c'est la vie, maman. I have a hard time speaking. Hold on for 1 second. Let me just try and get a drink of water. Maybe this will help me with my. For some reason, I can't even speak today. Excuse me. I'll take. Alright, so for the last of the grade 3s, we got the 11k beater herself. Starlight Melody Tamer Farah. She's the newest Tamer in the Tamer series. Second, first best to Silverthorn Dragon Tamer Lukie. Because when basically her attack, her limit break, is that, well actually, yeah. So basically what she does is, for her limit break, is that you can counterblast 1 card and then drop 1 other copy of Starlight Melody Tamer Farah from your hand to drop zone, soul charge 2 cards, and then you can call any Pale Moon unit from your soul to the rear guard. And that unit will receive 3,000 power at the end of that turn. So yeah, that to me, guys, is an awesome pick on the Pale Moon Circus. I mean, that's why I chose it as my main anyways, because I'm very well aware of the Dark Zone. And on my last team, I was very much the leader of the Dark Zone Nations. So, I pretty much love the deck anyways, and I hope you guys like it too. So, leave a comment down below about this video, and there will be a part 2, video 2 out of 3 on the next one. So, thank you guys for tuning in this one, and hope you guys like the last 2, okay? Talk to you guys soon. Bye!